Welcome back, race fans. Apex Predator here again. So check this out. Look, yesterday I'm pretty sure you can quote me as saying I don't want to drive a Megane, something like that. Here we are 24 hours later and about to hop in a race in the Megane, but why not? Let's try the no stop, see what we can do. So yesterday with the Cayman, the no stop would have been too slow. The one stop's the fastest way to do the Cayman, but it's probably not the fastest way to do the race as a whole. So check it out. Today we're going to be in the Megane and we're going to go for the no stop. Let's see what we can do. Same lap. It's still a 2:04.7 or 8. I think it's an 8. 2:04.8. Didn't improve in the Megane. Wasn't too far off that time though, but I could have got there with a bit more time. Probably could have gone faster. Had an optimal of 2:04.6 in the Cayman, so I should be able to do that in the Megane as well. But you don't need to. It's quite cool that you can keep the same lap. So here we go, it's starting fourth. TT in front. The TTs are very, very fast on the straights. But they'll probably suffer from tyre wear like the, not this Megane, but like the OG Megane. So look for him to either probably pit. I'd be surprised if a TT goes for a no stop. And if he does go for a no stop, he'll certainly be slower towards the end of the stint. So keep an eye on that. But again, I did another couple. I already did 2 races tonight, but everyone I did really thoroughly enjoyed. You know, great racing. The game seems to be in a good place at the moment, I'd say. So we've got the TT going for a move here. He flies up into P2. Looks like the German just had a little mistake coming out of the whatever the corner is called. Which promotes us into P3 anyway. So looking pretty good here. Being behind the TT is a great place for me to be, really. Should be able to get some nice slipstream down the straight as long as he doesn't drive away. It's unlikely he'd drive away because even if he does leave us down the straight, we'll catch up again in the corners. So this is good. This is looking good. So back on board. Now I'm just trying to sort of chill here. I'm not trying to hassle this guy really. I don't want P1 to pull away, but I'm conscious it's a long race. I raced the Spaniard in P1, is my money, a bit yesterday. You might remember his name. So I feel like he's probably going to try and no stop in the Cayman, which I'm not too worried about, to be honest. So right now I'm feeling like we're in a good place in this race. I think if both the guys in front try a no stop, we'll have them on pace towards the end of the race, and if they obviously do a one stop, then we'll have them full stop, just because they're able to make that time back up that they lose in the pits. So we're in a pretty good spot right now, I'm feeling. I'm sort of controlling the race, even though I'm in third, we're sort of racing at my pace here, so things are looking okay. You see what I mean about that TT? It's a rocket ship down the straight. So just forward a lap on. We were on lap 2, we're now on lap 3, midway through. Just coming through the S's. This is where the Megane's very quick, and now the TT will start to pull away again. But look, we both seem to have been reeling in the Cayman, so me pushing the TT a little bit, and what I mean by that, I don't mean physically pushing him, but just being close enough to put the pressure on, has meant that we're both catching the Cayman slightly. all over the back of him here. I think he's losing his tyres a bit. There was no point me trying to get past him here. Much better just sticking behind him and using the slipstream down the straight. Although I am losing a little bit of time here behind him, I think we'd lose more time if I started to try and scrap him here. It's a horrible place to try and do an overtake this bit of the track, so much better that I just sort of stay in the slipstream. Because even if I'm, you know, not fuel saving here, and even if I'm right in the slipstream like I am, he will still pull away, look. But this is fine, it's pulling me towards the Cayman. It's not my fault you need to pit, buddy. I mean, I don't know what that was. Did he not know I was there? I find that hard to believe. He must have known I was there. It's not everyone else's job to make sure you can pit cleanly. It's your responsibility. Although I'm one to talk, if you saw my race yesterday. But I didn't hit anyone. Anyway. Up into P2 now then. So the TT was on a one-stop. I think it was pretty obvious he would have been because it's just going to have no tyre left at the end of the stint otherwise. So now we're just chasing down the Cayman in front, who looks to be on a no-stop, which isn't that fast because the Porsche, if you're fuel saving, you lose a lot of time in the Porsche. Unlike the Megane, you can fuel save in the Megane and not really lose a lot of time. Whereas because the Porsche is so long in the gear, for it to be competitive, you really need to be using the whole gearbox really. As soon as you start short shifting, you just lose so much time. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable with the race here. I feel like I can pretty much overtake this Cayman at will. Not much pressure from behind. Fuel's looking good, tyres are looking good. Happy days. Making loads of ground up. Lovely stuff. So there we go, into the lead of the race. I think that's pretty much where we stayed. Just about controlling the race from here, really. Caven's going to come back. Not quite close enough. There we go, just cut us to the last lap. And there we go, that's how the race ended.
Another one.
So here we go then, let's start in P4 again. We've got this is PT again from last night in P1. He's hopped into the Megane as well now. So we were both in the Cayman last night and we were both sort of trying to one stop, finishing quite high up, but starting quite high up the grid, but finishing further down. So tonight we're both in the Megane. Both going for a no-stop in Megane and hoping for better results. We've got a German in the Toyota in front. Have a pretty good race with him here as well. Everyone pretty clean. You can tell everyone's just sort of just trying to do their own thing, that one. Just to get a bit of fuel saving in, just no one's trying to do anything silly. It's a nice shot, that one. Very nice looking car, this one. We're going to go side by side, I think, probably with Ismamoni again. I think every race I've done this week on this track I've raced with this guy. It's been 100% clean the whole time as well. That's why I can't stand when I hear people banging on about certain nationalities being dirtier than others. It's usually in the UK, they usually talk about the Spanish or the French. And in America, people slag off Brazilian drivers, but in all honesty, I don't really think any nation's worse than any other. I have good races with people from all backgrounds, all countries, and I have dirty drivers I've encountered from pretty much all backgrounds. So I really don't think it makes a difference. I think it's just confirmation bias. I think if you have the opinion that Spaniards are dirty, but and that 1 out of 10 Spaniards pitch you off, then that's it. It affirms your bias. I don't think it's a thing. People try to say that, well, you know, it's the Latin temperament or whatever, but bollocks. Honestly, you think they're hot-headed. Go into any British town big city on a Friday, Saturday night and tell me it was not, you know, people aren't getting hot-headed out there. It's nonsense. Humans will be humans, doesn't matter where they're from. I have great races with people from all over, wherever they're from. And I've encountered dickheads from all over, so it makes no difference. But yeah, shout out to his nominee. I had some good races with him the last few days, so it's worth a mention. This is PT as well. He's having a pretty quiet race out in front, I'd say. Which is perfect for him. That's exactly what you want when you try and do a no-stop. Just clean air, no one compromising your lines. You're not having to over-rev the engine to try and work your way around the outside of someone or something. You just do your race and crack on with it, and it's generally the path of least resistance and the quickest way to do a race. We're all over his Toyota now though, who I believe will also be going for a no-stop. The 86 is a viable no-stop car, but I still don't think it's as strong as the Megane. We'll be good at getting out the corners though. Yeah, you see it starts to pull away. So we're gaining through the corners, and then as soon as it straightens out, look, see it just start to pull off. Even though we're in the slipstream. It's a really good bit of slipstream though. Oh, just dropped a wheel on the gravel. So up into P2, about 1 to 1.5 seconds between us and PT and P1. So I'm going to try and put the pressure on a little bit now in the next few laps, but I think I just used a little bit too much fuel in the first stint, having to just pick my way through up into P2. Which meant that I wasn't able to push as much as I'd like in the second stint, so I just didn't have the fuel to take the fight to him in the end. But maybe next time. You see what I mean? Gap's staying pretty constant, really. He's just managing the gap. There you go, I gave it everything. Just about ran out of fuel as well on my last lap. So there we go. Good night's racing. Racking up the DR score again as well, which is good. So anyway, there you go guys. Some good racing at Maggiore. I hope you're all doing well. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. You're welcome to leave a dislike as well if you didn't like the video. Hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, thanks guys, take it easy, bye.